What is the presidential?
Get where you want to be and who's got the best phone, she's going to be the best picture taker.
Just keep your eyes open.
Attenzione!
Oh yeah. No, because the way
President's train.
Attenzione! Pickpocket!
It contains 425 stairs.
That's a lot. Wait, no, what?
It's a strenuous.
Up.
Do you want to walk this or no?
Yeah, I don't care.
Like your kids are like, what's up this way? Historic viewing terrace. Do you want to go see the historic viewing terrace? And then we'll do the president's trail.
This is just,
More viewing.
No, I never thought I'd see that much more.
It has those,
this is just the railing in front of it, isn't it?
Oh,
it has those scopes, telescopes. Do they cost money?
Yeah.
I don't have any change.
That's so stupid. Those Mennonites.
Probably. Or Amish. Stealing all the water.
Pay attention.
He's pouting.
Breaking the law.
What are you
breaking
doing?
the law.
What are you doing now?
Right there, please. Lily, I want a picture. Where's she at?
Wait, Lily, sit down there, sit down there.
Yeah, I want a picture of you guys there.
What is this? Wait. What?
While they were building, because there's doors underneath and there's fireplaces.
Ooh. What the hair? No, look at this one, bro. Her hair moved. She be modeling for like all my photos for him.
Hey, you're not supposed to be down there.
Guys, there is literally a bird head down here. A what? A bird head? Pick it up. A bird head? I don't want to pick it up.
Put your foot to the, is it right there?
It's
Put your
right
foot.
here. Don't smush it.
Thank you, Lily, for being nice and kind. I appreciate it. Well, I'm trying to get them out, so hold on. Okay, Nicole.
The next step of the process is measuring. So this here's a pointer or a pointer moving system.
saying. Like,
Here comes the hard part right here.
this?
This reminds me of the Hawaii thing.
Stick your finger straight up in the air.
Waiting.
Like,
No more picture down.
put your finger straight up in the air.
Like you're peeking
Higher.
down.
Higher, straight up.
Why?
Megan, stand on her shoulders.
No way.
But he's the first like recognized president.
Oh, well.
He was a Federalist. He wasn't a Republican.
No formal education.
Did they color their eyes?
Deer. Yeah, it's laying down right there.
I see him. I just didn't know if he was like.
Look at he's like nap time. Like,
Maybe we'll get a picture.
he's wagging his tail like it's exciting. Are you sure it's a boy?
Up there.
We should all point.
We get Nana rocking crazy horse.
I'm not. I'm recording
Oh,
things.
you're recording the guy.
They're in the way. Is he making a rain dance? It's absolutely gorgeous. Hey, will you dance with me?
No.
These songs that come from these traditions. And when the Smithsonian Institution traveled to Window Rock, Arizona, which is the capital of the Navajo Nation, in 1904, these styles of songs were recorded. And the reason why the Smithsonian Institution traveled to these different reservations long ago is because it was predicted that there would be no more Indians left, or they would no longer be speaking their language.
I'm trying to find one for the dog.
Which one?
That's why I was over there. I turned around. I was like,
What?
Mom, this one.
Did you get a good rock? No. You got those rocks? Go get better rocks.
Better now.
Yeah. Okay, we made it. The girls are staying in the car. But we're here. This is inside Custer State Park Lodge. I think it's a lot different than what I remember it by. Very odd. He's gonna hit that hard. That lever is gonna lower down more, right over the opening. Huh? You want popcorn? Go get it. Yeah, but you can do that. What's that, Kool-Aid?
What's that?
Is that high C?
Chemicals.
For the fish? See, he'll pull that lever, the boom will come down. You're not going to see really much of the water going in. You see the water leaking?
Yeah.
They just use the sand to clean the glue. It won't hurt you, just brush it off. Now on the left-hand side of the train, you're going to see a tall pole with a platform on the top. And there's a nest on the top of that platform. That's an osprey nest. It's just after the camper you see here. That's an osprey nest, and there is an osprey in, you can see it right now. And they were building their nests on the basement, on the lights in the baseball field. So the community decided they needed to have a safer place for everything. So the Forest Service or the Game Fish and Parks put up these platforms. We're very fortunate to have a pair that comes back. We see their fledglings take off. So here we are on Tin Mill Hill, At the very top on the left-hand side is where the tin mill was. There's nothing left of it any longer, but it's always fun to know where things were. Our grade is about 4 to 6% grade. As Don said, one of the steepest in the United States, with a lot of stress on the engine. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. We don't worry, because if we ever get to the point where we hear, I hope I can, I hope I can, I hope I can, anybody not from South Dakota gets to push.
Megan, I told you I had a train to catch.
covers more than 2 million acres, an area roughly the size of Delaware. Half of that is the Black Hills National Forest. The entire mountain range spans about 120 miles from the southern tip to the north, and about 60 miles east to west. Hills city's almost at the exact center. Founded as a mining camp in 1875, Hill City was one of the first settlements in the Black Hills. It boomed in the 1880s as the headquarters for a massive tin mining and manufacturing company, and later as a junction point for the railroad to Deadwood. During and after World War II, lithium was mined south of town and was used in nuclear power plants across the country. The lumber industry still thrives here, and thanks to the completion of Mount Rushmore in 1941, so does tourism. Mount Rushmore, which lies only 9 miles southeast, attracts millions of visitors annually, and many of them pass through Hill City. In fact, many of the town's residents are employed in a tourism-related business. Nowhere is this more apparent than on Main Street, where you'll find a number of restaurants, hotels, small retailers, and a thriving art gallery district. If you haven't already walked this charming small-town shopping area, be sure to visit when you return.
Now is when you're going to want to start looking out to the right-hand side of the train. Right-hand side of the train, you are going to see your first very quick view of Black Elk Peak with Harney Fire Lookout at the very top. It's a fast, quick view. You'll see it again in a few minutes. 7,242 feet in elevation. It is the tallest peak between here and the Alps. It's a glorious day today, so great shot, great view. Tallest peak between here and the Alps. Now, Harney Fire Lookout is no longer used as a fire lookout, but if you would like, it's a very popular hiking destination, so if you would like to hike to Harney Fire Lookout, you go to Silver Lake and you pick up one of the trailheads, and you make sure that you wear very sturdy shoes, take a lot of water, lots of snacks. It's always a good idea to take a jacket and a hat. If you're over 30, you might want to take your own personal position. It's quite a hike up there. But once you get to the top, it is a grand view. You see a panoramic view of the Black Hills. It's just beautiful. They say you can see into North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, and Nebraska.
The railroad from Hill City to Keystone served in excess of 60 mining claims, either along the route or in the Keystone area. Some were placer and some were hard rock. The Black Hills was an ancient inland seabed that had 1,000 or more feet of sedimentary rock. For millions of years, the sedimentary rock eroded away, leaving the hardy granite of the Black Hills.
So this is a perfect part of the Black Hills to come through. You can see where the Forest Service has cleaned up a lot of the forest. We had a terrible bark beetle infestation here, which lasted many years, and it just killed thousands and thousands of trees. Well, they've come through and they've logged a lot of those dead trees out. They've trained them. They've made these huge slash piles out of the remnants. In the winter time, when the conditions are just right, they'll come through the forest and they'll burn as many of those as they can. Some of them are smaller and they're shaped like teepees. You may have seen them as you drive through the forest. Now this is good for the forest. When the trees are farther apart, it's harder for bugs to fly or jump from tree to tree. So making for good bug management. And when the trees are farther apart, it's harder for the fire to jump from crown to crown, making for good fire management. So all the debris which is left on the ground will decompose and then it becomes a part of the forest floor, all making for a healthy environment in the forest.
On and off of the see telegraph wires. Some of the poles are knocked over, but many have remained upright. The line was strung to Keystone in 1900 upon completion of the branch line and was likely taken out of service in the mid to late 1960s.
So many of the telegraph poles are leaning over. They're old. Wires are still hanging though. Some have glass insulators. Telegraph was an important part of our communication system in the 1800s and the early 1900s, using Morse code, our early texting technology.
Look at the kids over there playing with their dog. I just want to rain out.
On and off of the route, you can see telegraph wires. Some of the poles are knocked over, but many have remained upright. The line was strung to Keystone in 1900 upon completion of the branch line and was likely taken out of service in the mid to late 1960s.
I'm sure they love us. Every 2 hours. Rat, rap. Those are NPCs, right, Lil?
The route of the 1880 train takes us by a variety of trees. Off to your right are aspen and birch trees. The Black Hills also have the Black Hill spruce and ponderosa pine.
Now the aspen tree is the one that grows singly. It has a tight white bark and it does not peel. But interestingly enough, when it self-trims its branches, it oftentimes leaves a mark that looks like an eye. So you have the eyes of the forest. The birch tree oftentimes grows with many from its base, and it has a thin, papery bark that peels.
The Kennedy House you see on the right once served as the town's grocery store and saloon.
So this area was called Addy Camp. It became Kennedyville. And then we have the Kennedy House here on the right-hand side of the train. Started out as a boarding house.
What number was that, Nicole? That's Q. We're queuing on.
To the left, you can see the grade of the railroad spur that led to the Addy Mine. The Addy Mine main shaft dove 800 feet below the Earth's surface. Very little tin was actually found in this mine. Addy Camp was located at the mouth of Palmer Gulch, which you are now entering. A number of small placer existed here in 1875, and the ruins of some larger industrial mines dating to the 1930s are found on the northwest ridge, which is off to your left. Mining production records show that in 75 years between 1876 and
Root cellar.
is a large weathered building known as the Good Luck Tungsten Mine, which flourished during both World Wars. Tungsten was used to harden steel. It is a super alloy that is now used in light bulb filaments. Dominated by Black Elm Peak, formerly named Harney Peak, a large mountain with a stone fire monument on top. At 7,244 feet, Black Elm Peak is the highest point in the Black Hills and the tallest mountain in the U.S. east of the Rockies. Although the Black Hills are only 130 miles away from the eastern slopes of the Rocky Mountains, they are completely separate formations. The 2-billion-year-old rocks you see around you are much older than the 20-million-year-old slopes of the Rocky Mountains.
Pretty good. I didn't wrestle in a doctor.
Now in 1957, when Bill Franklin started his 1880 train business, the equipment he had called for narrow gauge rails. He had the Klondike Casey engine and two little cars. Narrow gauge rails are 3 feet apart. Well, we shared these rails with the Burlington Northern Railroad, which became the Burlington Northern Railroad. And we are on standard gauge rails, which are 4 feet, 8 and 1/2 inches apart.
Oh, I have it. I'll go get them.
Well, then in order to accommodate the 1880 train, the Burlington Northern Railroad put a third rail in between the other two, so the 1880 train could make it to Oblivion, which is halfway. After a few years, Mr. Heckman was able to get standard gauge equipment, so he didn't need that third rail any longer. They took it out. And then they could make it all the way to Keystone.
I wish I brought the other microphone. It would sound so much better. This is for you, Megan.
Was the original destination for the 1880 train. Oblivion was originally a logging camp that served mining operations throughout the village. The square you see leading off Train was an elaborate system built in the 1950s to handle both narrow and standard gauge trains.
Now if you watch the rails on the right-hand side of the train, you see a set that curves off into the forest. Then they curve back again. Those are actually their gauge rails. These ones are this is for the original 1880 train. This is called a Y, W-Y-E. We don't have a current table in either Hill City or Keystone, so all of our engines will go forward and backwards. So the engine would go up on, the train would go up on one side, and back on the other, rejoin these trails, and off and go back uphill to Hill City. On the left-hand side of the train, you're going to see a little sign that says end of third rail. Well, this reminds the engineer that this is the end of that third rail.
What is it that fascinates us about trains? Hi, this is Rick Mills, and I share that interest in railroads with many of you. Did you grow up watching trains roll by like I did? Did you wonder where the people were traveling to on those passenger trains? I am sure that you counted the cars on long freight trains that rolled by and wondered what was being hauled in the various cars. The railroads are a shared experience for us as Americans. Here in the Black Hills region, the railroads were the major catalyst for settlement, business, growth, and tourism over the past 125 years. The railroads brought my great-great-grandfather and his family to homestead east of here along Lower Battle Creek near Hermosa over a century ago. Many of our families share a similar story of homesteading in the West and riding on the rails.
I wonder how many people
The
behind me
trains hauled us to our new homes.
are nervous
Many
of me
tons of
holding
coal
this
ore to the mill,
camcorder
goods
out
from
the
the
window.
catalog houses of the East, thousands of head of cattle to market, and even a dynamite over these very
Like I
rails
was
to Keystone to help
with
carve
the
out
waiter Connor
If you would like to learn more about the history of the
Ruby
railroads in the Black Hills,
Tuesdays we
please
ate
ask
at
your train
yesterday.
host or hostess about the 1880 train guidebook, your complete reference to your trip on the 1880 train. After your ride on the train, visit the gift shops at either the Hill City or Keystone depots for more history books and gifts related to our common American experience, the railroad. The romance of the rails and its sense of adventure and nostalgia still attracts folks like yourselves to the Black
Look at me,
Hills.
I'm a content
These
creator.
days it is to explore the Black Hills on this grand old train, the famous 1880
That's a
train.
gang symbol for Black Hills
So our
Indians.
conductor Mike
Is that Crazy Horse?
through a train car.
Gang symbol?
And with him, he has our little guidebook called All Aboard the 1880 Train. They are $4, full of really fun information about the train, about the engine, about the cars, about the area we're in also. A very interesting section about the history of steam in the Black Hills. On page
Now I get 'em the other way. We'll get 'em.
A fun little memento called the 1880 train.
This pleasant open meadow and farmland valley, surrounded by a thick emerald forest of ponderosa, hugs the gentle waters of Battle Creek.
Really?
Elkhorn Mountain, a 6,365-foot high peak, is located on the south side of the meadow.
Bubble what? Oh,
An assortment of vintage rolling stock from numerous railroads around the country has been assembled at the 1880 train. An interesting combination of locomotives, passenger, freight, and maintenance cars have called Hill City home since the 1950s. We have a fleet of steam locomotives. The first is engine number 7, a 262 with tender built by Baltimore Locomotive Works for the Roseanne Graysonia Lumber Company. The 7 came from Norfolk, Arkansas in 1862. Next is engine number 104. It is a 262T tank engine that was built by Baltimore Locomotive Works in 1926 for the Silver Falls Timber Company in Oregon and the Peninsula Terminal Railroads in Portland, Oregon. The Black Hills Central Railroad 2001. Number 108 was purchased by Black Hills Central Railroad in 2016 from the Northwestern Railway Museum. This engine is a Baldwin 2662T, sister engine to the number 110. The diesel locomotive number 63, a 1956 GP9, is in use for our early departures and when the number 110 undergoes scheduled maintenance. If you are interested in more details and photos of our equipment, ask an attendant about our All Aboard the 1880 Train guidebook.
This is such a fun little valley we're coming through here. It's called Leaky Valley. We have a lot of springs that leak to the top, and they join Battle Creek, which is on the left-hand side of the train. And we follow Battle Creek all the way down to Keystone. Leaky Valley. Those of you who are interested in Mount Rushmore history, the fellow who came up with the idea of Mount Rushmore Stone Valley.
Excuse me.
And his here. Leaky Valley.
We're aliens. Right now? No. Was it All Aboard the Fun? All right, go ahead. Ask him, just take pictures of every page and then return the book.
Side of the train, you're going to see these granite cliffs. This is Harney granite. Harney granite is specific to the Black Hills. You'll see a pinkish and yellowish tinge to the stone, indicator of Harney granite. This is the same granite from which Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse are carved. Now it's great fun to use your imagination, sculptor's imagination. See what kind of shapes you can find in one of these cliffs. You can see dinosaurs, the Avenger, you can see gargoyles all over the place. Faces. You can see chins. You can see noses. It's great fun. Granite. Harney granite. It's a Sesame Street book with Bert and Ernie starred. It was my very first experience as a child of cross-dressing, and I thought it was really funny.
what you hear is 2 long blasts, followed by 1 short blast, followed by 1 long blast. In England, that's the letter Q. For look out, here comes the Queen Mary or whatever ship is carrying Her Royal Majesty, HMS. Her Majesty's ship is what the acronym. But out here it means I'm coming to a crossing. Now watch out. Now hang on. Here's an alien's tentacle.
On the left-hand side of the train, way up high on rocks, you will see a cross, which was put there by people from the church camp, which is right across the highway. Camp Judson.
The Baptist Church's Camp Judson, off to your right, sits on the site of the old overcard sawmill, which harvested much of the surrounding timber during the 1920s to serve various funds. The whole area was called Mine Camp.
So if you look to your right, you'll see blue tarp that's coming down from the hillside. And when the children are here, they'll, oh, there they come. They put water and they soak suds on it. And we have a water slide. And they end up in a pool of sudsy water. Sudsy, muddy water. A lot of fun, looks like to me.
Is it how far away? It's out of the way or on the way?
It was on the way to Rapid City. Go left.
So a very interesting happening we've just had at the front of a train is called a boiler blowdown. Now, when debris builds up in the boiler, just like it would if you're boiling water in your kettle at home, well, they have to get it out. So they use steam pressure, they blow it down, then they open valves on the boiler, and out it comes. Boiler blowdown. Those of you in the front of the train may have just received a little shower from 1883. Since there's a sun is out today, I bet you saw some rain. Those of you on the left-hand side of the train, if you look down at Battle Creek, right across the road, you're going to see a little blue boy fishing.
That's an NPC. Right down there. That's what I said.
This area was called Echo Valley Camp. It grew up around the Bob Ingersoll line, which set off to your left. This profitable operation lined a number of minerals, including feldspar, pumpkin, beryl, cassiterite, alkite, and tourmaline. A massive sheet metal structure was built here in the 1980s to reprocess the waste dumps of the Ingersoll line.
So on the right-hand side of the train, if we were to let you off, and you climb up the hill here, and you go over the river and through the woods and around the rocks and trees for about a mile, come to the back of Mount Rushmore. Now we didn't get to see Mount Rushmore from the train, but we are at Mount Rushmore, enjoying one of Thomas Jefferson's recipes ice cream cone. And you hear the echo of the whistle from the train. You'll know where you've been. The 1880 train is Echo Valley.
They keep staring at her. I don't think they can figure out whether she's a boy or a girl.
Wasn't me. Go ahead.
What?
Your little buddy.
Oh, it's not raining out. Stay. I didn't
I gotta go. I'm taking 5. Sorry. I'll look at it. I'll review the footage.
We get to wave at the glass blower on the right-hand side.
I so wish I
They
brought my
almost
mic.
never miss a chance to come out and wave.
Man, the
People
mic
in
would
train.
make so much better. This is for Megan.
I thought so. I don't think Megan will want to watch all that.
She saved me $35. Hello? Or at least didn't cost me.
I'm so mad. Everybody doesn't care.
Because content creators never stop working. This is work.
Caused by over 1 million metric tons of water falling from the Black Hills within a matter of hours, the 1972 flood washed away hundreds of homes and businesses built along area creeks, making it one of the most expensive and deadly floods in American history. The waters washed away the tracks from this point on into Keystone proper. Off to your right, in the shadow of 5,500-foot-high Old Mountain, is the community of Lafferty Gulch. It was once a company town for workers in the Big Feldstein area. It is now a group of summer homes.
Here we go.
She advertised it for free.
What do they do?
Yeah, I didn't read the sign.
Arts and crafts.
Did you loserify those two idiots?
And now you can stop.
No. I'm an influencer as well as a content creator.
You're bad.
eventually the town was officially founded. The town took its name from the successful Keystone Mine, but most of the fame went to its neighbor, the Holy Terror Mine. Before it closed in the 1940s, the Holy Terror Mine was one of the wealthiest in the Black Hills. Following tradition, the owner named it after his wife, who apparently earned the Holy Terror nickname by dragging her husband home from the saloon each evening. As we near Keystone, make sure to visit our Keystone Depot, where there are snacks, train memorabilia, and items to commemorate your ride on the 1880 train. train pulls into Keystone, please stay seated until we have come to a complete stop. Watch your step when deboarding. Only deboard or reboard where there is a ramp. Exiting the train is a little different than in Hill City. Exit by using metal ramps on your right side only. Please utilize ramps that are in the down position. Walk straight off on your platform, avoiding metal lips on the side of the ramp. Do not exit to your left or cross a chain that has been put up by a train staff member. If you are staying on the train, please remain out of the aisle. Restrooms are available inside the depot, and public restrooms are located across the street. Thank you for traveling the Black Hills Central Railroad. If you are returning to Hill City, keep in mind we will be departing again in about 15 minutes. To switch the direction of your seat for the return trip, simply push the handle located at the top of the seat back. If Keystone is your final destination, we hope you've enjoyed your ride, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Please remember to stay seated now until we come to a complete stop and you hear a final whistle. That final whistle is the engineer letting us know that they're finished with what they need to do and it's safe to get up. We have about 15 minutes here in Keystone. Not enough time really to go downtown, but we do have a nice depot, good stretch of the legs, restrooms in the depot and across the street. When you do get up, if you'd be so kind as to change the direction of the seats, then we'll all be ready to head back uphill to
We're gonna be in the front.
On the sides of this gulch as early as 1875, although Keystone wasn't founded until the turn of the century. Today, Keystone is filled with hotels, restaurants, museums, and gift shops that entice visitors on their way to Mount Rushmore National Memorial, located just a few miles away. As we leave Keystone and enter the Black Hills National Forest, note the markers lining the tracks along your journey. White markers are milepost signs. Details about the sites located at specific markings are listed in the All Aboard the 1880 Train Guidebook, along with more information about the fascinating equipment and history of the 1880 train.
It's called the munchies. tickets. But throw it on the floor. So he has to pick it up.
That's what all the nice people do.
Here, let me.
Get your tickets. Does he look like David Carvey a bit? And a conductor? You know who Dana Carvey is? Dana Carvey?
I do not.
He's a old comedian.
Okay. I do not. I'm sorry.
He kind of look like him.
Oh, thank you.
Huh? It is a compliment.
Yeah, okay.
Or John
On the
Oliver.
left-hand side of the train,
John
you're going to
Oliver,
see our
you see
block
that?
blowers. Don't forget to give them a wave. They almost never miss a chance to come out and wave at you in the train.
Hall of Fame camp. The 1880 train is a movie star. In 1970, the 1880 train was used in an episode of the famous Western Gunsmoke. The train was used in Disney's Scandalous Jewel. In the late 70s, the train was used in a made-for-TV movie entitled Orphan Train. The 1880 train has been featured in a music video called Love Train and in a CMT special. It was also used in the filming of a Steven Spielberg TV miniseries entitled Into the West.
How much you got left? Oh, that's it. How old are you?
I'm 15. I'm 16 in about 2 months.
How long have you been doing this?
This will be my second semester.
So you could be 13? 14. Oh, cool. You're a hustler. All right. Thank you. 13? I got mine. Lily's on and narrating. That's your arm.
on this curve, on the right-hand side of the screen, you will see these granite cliffs. They are of Harney granite. It's the same granite from Rushmore and Crazy Horse Park. Now, this is what you need to remember. They are specific to the Black Hills. There's nowhere else. And if you use your sculptor's imagination and look at these as you would clouds in the sky, you are going to see so many amazing creatures. There's a beagle. You will see dinosaurs. You will see frogs. You can see monkeys. You can see gargoyles everywhere. You can see buffalo head, iguana. Use your imagination as if you are a sculptor. You can see everything in these hardy granite. There's kind of a pinkish tinge to the stone. That's an indicator of hardy granite.
Cars number 112, number 125, and number 65 are respectively named Oroville, Keystone, and Edward Gillette. The American Car Company built these cars for the Oregon Electric Railway in 1913. Later, the cars were sold to the Great Eastern Railroad in British Columbia. The Black Hills Central purchased these cars from the Veronia, South Park, and Sunset Steam Railroad in the mid-1970s. They have been completely restored by the staff at the Black Hills Central Railroad. Car number 403, Battle Creek, was purchased from Heber Valley Railroad in 2012. Gomeco Trolley Company in Ida Grove, Iowa, reconditioned the entire car, which was added to the Black Hills Central lineup in 2016. The car was originally built by the Jewett Car Company for Bamberger Railroad in Utah. The Bluebird car was built by our own Black Hills Central crew. It offers accessibility to all passengers. Car number 144, Redford, was originally built as a baggage car. The Oregon Electric Railway converted it to a passenger coach in 1915. It was modified as an observation coach for the Black Hills Central in 1998. Coach number 140, Mystic, was also rebuilt as an observation car in 1999. Coach number 10800, Helio, is one of the most interesting cars that were used by the Chicago and Northwestern Railway. It is called a drover's way car. Ranchers and stock owners that accompanied their cattle during shipment to the market used drover's cars ahead of the regular way car or caboose. The Black Hills Central Railroad restored this car in 1998. It is one of two of these types of cars in existence in the United States.
might notice a little animal that kind of looks like a fuzzy football with a tail and the black head. That's a marmot. It's like a woodchuck, a marmot.
What was that? Around the wall. Walking along the wall.
So to our left, you will see Elkhorn Mountain. From the air, the shape of the mountain is like the antlers of an elk. It is also a Omni granite, specific to the Black Hills. For the elk antler mountain. And here we have a Elkhorn Mountain.
Got it all. You know the offense for that? No. Death.
It's all the seeds.
They're going to set up a cram scene and we'll find out. Check back in a week. Funny, I have no seeds. 0.
I already did.
I thought this was dinner.
Not my dinner, because your dinner is not.
that served mining operations throughout the gulch. The spur you see leading off to your left was an elaborate system built in the 1950s to handle both narrow and standard gauge trains.
So the Y that you see here, W-Y-E, this is where the original 1880 train came and changed direction. The train would go up on one set of rails, come back on the other, and join this set of rails and go back up the hill to Hill City. Those rails are narrow gauge rails, 3 feet apart. We are actually on what's called standard gauge rails. They are 4 feet 8 1/2 inches apart. Now we have to go back in history in order to get where they found this standard gauge. Back to the Roman times, the chariots and the carts made such heavy, deep ruts in the road. They had such heavy, deep ruts in roads that they had to standardize the making of the chariots and the carts so that they could travel on the roads. Well, in order to be standard, they used the rear ends of 2 horses in order to measure 4 feet 8 1/2 inches. So to the left of the train you'll see Black Elk Range with Black Elk Peak. It's kind of hard to see Black Elk Peak and Harney Fire Lookout from this angle, but sometimes you can see it. On the right hand side of the train you'll see a white ranch house. So this actually is the Sears and Roebuck house. It was ordered from the catalog in the early 1900s and delivered here by freight train. Or freight. Put together kind of like our prefab houses are now. Thank you, Sears and Roebuck.
Addie Camp was located at the mouth of Palmer Gulch, which you are now leaving. A number of small placer mining operations existed here in 1875, and the ruins of some larger industrial mines dating to the 1930s are found on the northwest ridge, which is off to your right. Also on your right is a large weathered building. It was known as the Good Luck Tungsten Mine and flourished during both World Wars.
So when you hear placer or placer mining, that's anything you do, anything having to do above ground. So if you're panning for gold, or picking up the gold, or rinsing or sluicing, that's placer or placer mining. If you have to dig down into the ground, that's hard rock mining. And we have both kinds here in the Black Hills.
grade of the railroad spur that led to the Addy mine. The Addy mine shaft dove 800 feet below the Earth's surface. Very little tin was actually found at this mine.
So if you follow the driveway back by the house with the 3 dormers, and then along the tree line into the forest, that's the spur, the mining spur that went back to the Addy mine. They would pick up the ore and then bring it back out here to the rails, and then take it up the hill to the tin mill. So, back along the hill. So, I'll tell you. So you see the cabin in the meadow? That's a miner's cabin built in the 1800s. Lived in by miners, also by a teacher from the city until the 1970s, Elizabeth Blight. The rock archway into the hillside. A root cellar. Providing early refrigeration for the miners and Elizabeth Blight. Now when you have a lot of mines in an area, that becomes a camp. So what we have here is Addy Camp. Keystone was actually Etta Camp. So this is Addy Camp, and then it becomes a community. So this community was Kennedyville or Canadaville. The Kennedy house on the left-hand side of the train, that gray house, is actually started out as a boarding house. It became a school, a hospital, a saloon, a grocery store, a place to meet the needs of the community. So when you think about it, there were at least 60 different mines in between this area, this 10-mile stretch. Sure, there were more. So a lot of people, and they bring their families, lots of people. Try to imagine, it's hard to imagine, I think. About 90% of the property in the Black Hills is private, and it probably was at one time a mine. So it passed down generation to generation, soul law. The Forest Service oftentimes sells off pieces of property. So a question I've had asked a lot is why there's so much dead wood in the forest. Well, much of it is areas that are hard to get to. Also, the Forest Service comes through and they trim the trees. They thin the forest. And sometimes whoever is in charge says just leave it on the ground. That's that policy. It'll decompose. Or they'll chop it up and say, we gotta clean this up. So it depends on the feeling that who's in charge at that time of what's going on. Also, we have lots of storms. Heavy storms. When an engineer does that, there's something on the track, like cattle or deer. Ponderosa pine has a shallow root system, so it's torn out easily and it can fall. Lots of snowfall. So that a lot of different reasons for dead wood in the forest. Sometimes they just get old. 26% grades, one of the steepest in the United States. When we get to the top, on the left-hand side is your quick view of Ahoy-Hoy Lookout, on top of Black Elk Peak. And on the right-hand side is where the tin mill was. Just before you get there, on the right-hand side, you'll see a cut that leads back to where the tin mill was. Just before you get to the peak house.
The view to your left is dominated by Black Elk Peak, formerly Harney Peak, the highest point between the Rocky Mountains and the Alps. You are approaching the top of Tin Mill Hill, so named because a huge tin processing facility was erected here by the Harney Peak Company. As we descend Tin Mill Hill, you'll notice the track gets quite steep. The grade of the track deviates between 4 and 6%, making this one of the steepest railroads in the United States. This puts considerable strain on the locomotive when departing Hill City for Keystone. You should now be able to see the outskirts of Hill City. Founded in 1875, Hill City was one of the first communities established in the Black Hills. Though gold was the big draw at first, a number of different metals have been mined near Hill City since then, including silver, tin, and lithium, a light element now used in nuclear reactions. Mining was eventually replaced by tourism and the timber industry, which employs many of the town's residents. Make sure you take time to walk the streets of this charming little Black Hills town. You'll also want to be sure to visit our Hill City Depot, where there are snacks, train memorabilia, and items to commemorate your ride on the 1880 train. If you are hungry, the Highliner Snack Shop offers meal options and snacks Memorial Day through Labor Day. If you are spending some time in Hill City, make sure to visit the South Dakota State Railroad Museum, located right next to the Hill City Depot. Adults receive $1 off your admission when you present your 1880 train ticket. Children 10 and under are free.
Actually, if you go to the museum, they're closed now, but if you go tomorrow or any other day, they will give you your admission fee of $6, so you get $2 off. Side of the train, in front of this tan trailer house, you'll see a tall pole with a platform on top with a nest. That's an osprey nest. They were building their nests on the lights of the baseball field, so the community decided they needed to get a safer place for them. So there's one in the nest right now, and maybe we have at least one fledgling. So there's an osprey.
Taco Bell.
2 or 3 tools, maybe 3 fledglings. Aren't we lucky?
The plant's like, no, not again. There's our crib.
Stay seated until we have come to a complete stop. As you step off the train, please watch your step and maintain your grip on the railing until your feet are firmly on the ground. Our stairs are extremely steep. Thank you for traveling the Black Hills Central Railroad. To switch the direction of your seat for the return trip, simply push the handle located at the top of the seat back. If you'll
Those of you who are ending your trip with us today, now on the right hand.
Jerry. Yeah? Hey, Bill. Take care of Thoughtful. Thoughtful?
That's his dog. But I need a Chicago to get him to a hospital. Could you take his dog to New York?
The dog? The dog? I'm sure it's dead.
Bad.
Yeah, I'd pet you too, but I'm not going to do that. Hi.
How are you?
Good. Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Sure. It's been at like 2.
Oh, good. I think I went to bed about midnight. I'm just filming the grounds.
Well, yeah, I'm aware. And the ceiling fan, it makes this this
Make sure
rattling
that
noise.
closes all the way.
Yeah, it rattles.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't figure it until like, we didn't figure it out until like 2 hours later. So we just had the fan on. I mean, it wasn't bad, I could have slept with it. But, yeah.
Any idea how much this house cost with no air conditioning?
No.
2 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1.3 million.
For this? Seems a little bit okay.
You better darn diggly smile. Show me your retainer. Lily, get those teeth up. Get those lips up.
See you.
Okay.
You're doing a photo shoot?
Yeah, it's okay though. I mean, you can walk across. We're just, I'm just filming. I'll grab one of the frames from the video. She paid $1.3 million for this house for no AC.
How much?
2 bedroom, 2 bath. Okay, thank you.
That's crazy.
Kind of.
Wait, how much again?
And then Kyla, we're gonna move out of here.
Are they really?
I believe that. Not right today,
Yeah.
but some eventually. They're not the type of people to sit still. Not, I mean, as beautiful as this is, they'll move somewhere. But it's all right. I mean, she's happy here. And where she moved from is a whole lot better. I mean, San Francisco is a cesspool.
It's in California.
Are you guys hungry at all? A little bit? Okay, let's, she already, I'm gonna take the camera off. Did she already adjust you guys? Are you guys into paddleboarding on a pond?
No.
Okay. Going to the beach where the river's freezing cold? Or it's like $130 a head, I think. So I'm not sure.
Her door reminds me of Nana. Like, I feel like her kitchen was painted.
Right. All right, I'm gonna walk up the boat and grab my hand and shake him as hard as I can. Here we go. You feel me?
It'd be
You
mold.
feel me? Yeah, you feel me? Let me give you a little bit of advice that I just learned. If you're being attacked by a dog, God forbid, you get your arm up between his collar and his neck, underneath their collar, and you just fucking twist whatever you got to do to choke out that dog. Do you follow that? If it has a collar. If it doesn't, you better run up a tree or something. Or hope a bear eats you both. But I learned that on TikTok. And that's a good idea. So, whatever you can do, get your arm underneath the collar. I mean, and I don't mean right here. I mean right here where it's strongest. And you just twist and whatever you want to do. Like if you can get it up off the ground and hold it by its neck, so somebody can help you? All right,
Nice. I can imagine you doing that.
good time. Let's have some pancakes now. Knock, knock.
He's afraid of the camera. So if you put the camera, no, put it there, and all he'll do is smell it.
Okay.
He won't,
Let me put the lens cap on.
he won't do anything.
No, I know.
Well, go look at that. That's what that is. He grew up with guns. So he's like, I don't know what that is. Oh, Kevin's doing a really good job of ignoring him.
Yeah, Kevin's great here.
You're doing great. See, that's a camera. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. We good now? Okay.
What's the diagnosis on the...
Just a bad sprain. Okay, scoot up. Scoot like upwards. More? Yeah, see if it can be flat.
Oh, it's recording.
Not an airlines here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, come on.
I think that's good.
Do you have a clicker or is it a timer?
It's just filming and then you
It's filming.
Oh my. Okay.
It films NTSC, films at 29.97.
Are
Smile.
we doing a video or?
Yeah, I'll explain in a second. Chest up, chin down, but not too far down.
There we go.
1, and I'm going to say 3, and then hold it for 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe you
Is that
didn't
good?
do it right.
We're good. We're good.
So he freezes it.
Maybe cheated.
He freezes the frame. He wants to take like a snapshot.
That's great.
Got it.
It makes a picture. It's a lot like Bo's.
Oh my God. See, you're not quite supposed to be up there. Good, yeah. He and I are having fun. So, unless he loves to sleep in the stroller. Yes, I've got loads of camps. I'm not for fun if it's safe, you know?
Row! 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 Row!
I don't remember.
You're missing out, Lil.
Because then you can like.
Probably in front of you guys.
Why?
But he doesn't know that